Hey guys, a lot of my friends from CRU at FSU or Florida State University have been posting their backstories, how they were saved. So since I've been watching them all and everything, I've been really inspired to tell you all mine. Like a lot of people I know, I grew up in a church. I went to St. Paul's Catholic Church for 13 years of my life. I was baptized, had my first Holy Communion, and was confirmed. Sunday after I was confirmed, I decided I didn't want to go to church. Being the stubborn 13-year-old I caused a scene in my family, and I decided to move in with my mom. And I stopped going to church for about 5 years. So when I was 18, something inside me just kind of snapped, and I changed. I wanted to know this man that everyone was talking about, but I never really fully understood it. I graduated and I met this guy, Mike Mahoney. He was an amazing guy, and he invited me to his church in Jacksonville because I had been living in Gainesville and I didn't really know anyone and I didn't really go to church, or I didn't go to a church and I was wanting to. So he was just like, yeah, come to mine and we'll see what it's like, what you like about it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I started going to his church every Sunday, and eventually his church became my church. And in March of 2010, the pastor and his wife, Alan and Cynthia and Samantha, invited me to go on a retreat called Chrysalis. Now, Chrysalis is a 3-day journey to Christ. On the second night of Chrysalis, you're already feeling so much of God's love through the community of people who've already experienced what you're experiencing at that moment. After that powerful service, you're led into a chapel, and the table you are assigned to sit with during this retreat, you're sitting there and you're praying and you're worshiping and you just love on each other. That night, we sang and listened to a song called Here I Am to Worship, and it changed my life forever. Up until that point in my life, I had been feeling really worthless. When I went to Life Now, I would just go through the motions of what I thought a Christian should act and should do. On that night, I gave my heart and soul to Christ. It was March 13th, 2010, while I was pouring my heart out to 3 amazing ladies, one of whom is my best friend, Alina. During the year of October 2011 and 2012 of July, I turned away from God, and I can just tell you that that was the worst experience in my life, like the worst year I've ever had to experience. I started doing drugs and was drinking. I just wasn't myself. I would let men use me for their pleasure. I got to the point where I would drink so much that I wouldn't even remember what I did the night before. I would use alcohol to take my problems away, which only really created new problems. In August of 2012, I moved to Pennsylvania from Florida, and right now, on March 2nd, I know that it was the best decision in my life I've ever made. My life just seems so right here. I do miss my friends and family that still live in Jacksonville, and I know that God's will for me is to be here in Pennsylvania for the time being. I know that God loves me so much, and I know that even though I don't always listen to Him, He will never leave me or forsake me. I just want to thank you guys for listening to my story, and if you guys have a story you're willing to share, I encourage you to do so. Amazing experience to share your story and how you came to Christ, and people love to listen to them because I know I do. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.